Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous, and welcome to our question and answers part thingy. About 5 days ago I posted a video letting you guys ask me questions because honestly we hadn't done a question and answers thing for a really long time. And so, after 5 days of you guys asking questions, it is time for me to answer them. Once again, the Korean flag in the background because you guys don't want to see a green screen because the green screen is for live streaming, not for recording videos. So, I hope you guys understand. I didn't really have any other giant flag to put back there because you guys know that I don't have an American flag. You know, what can be done? Nothing can be done about it. So, let us look here at these questions that you guys have asked. First of all, Benson Groot. Some of you guys have really interesting names, to say the least. But Benson Groot asks, when is your birthday? And honestly, I'm not going to tell any of you guys when my birthday is. Some certain questions we're just not going to answer, but I do occasionally in videos mention what season it's in, and during those seasons I occasionally do a small celebration and let you guys know. So if you guys go back and look through our old videos, you should be able to find one of our videos or two where I mention what season it's in, and I'm like, yay, it was my birthday in the past 3 months at some point, so huzzah, happy birthday to me. Let's see, next question. Pewds Broberg? Pewds Broberg says, Megneous question, I am 11 and I love your channel. Next year I'm visiting Korea and I want to meet you. P.S. You deserve more subs, try mod showcasing. I do deserve more subs. However, visiting Korea, if any of you are visiting Korea or you have plans to visit Korea sometime in the next few months, please do send me an email at megneous@gmail.com and use the title as Visiting Korea or something like that. Smacking my desk. I would be more than happy to meet you, show you around Seoul. I know some places in Seoul, not exactly all places. If you're going to Busan or Jeju-do or somewhere like that, sorry, I can't meet you. But if you do come to Seoul, please let me know, because I can show you around. If you're old enough, we can go and drink some soju. Soju is incredibly cheap and not exactly delicious, but if you're old enough, you'll understand. If you're under the age of, what is the drinking age here in Korea? 18 Western years, I believe. If you're under 18, then we can't go drinking. But I mean, whatever. So, do let me know if you come to Korea. I will actually meet you. I'm not afraid of meeting any of you as long as, you know, there's only one of you. If there are like 20 of you, I don't know if I really want to meet you. I'm sort of antisocial like that, sorry. But if it's just one of you, I mean, sure, why not? Benson says also he understands about him being a creep and asking my birthday, but what is my favorite food? My favorite food here in Korea is jangjeorim. It is an amazingly delicious pulled meat, like pulled beef, that is marinated in a sort of a sweet and sour soy sauce mixture thing. I'm not exactly sure what the sauce is made of, but Koreans often eat it with quail eggs, which is very interesting because I had never eaten quail eggs in the US. The tiny little eggs are like this big. And it's freaking delicious. It's like meat of the gods. It's sort of like Korea's answer to my Arby's sandwich addiction. So good. Oh my god, so good. Budmaster KC says, the first thing I thought when I started watching the video was, hey, I like the fact that he has a Korean flag in the background. I mean, since I live in Korea, I'm in the process of naturalizing and becoming a citizen of Korea. It makes sense that I would have a Korean flag. Lots of Koreans have flags. Why should I not have a Korean flag? Which, by the way, in Korean, we call the Korean flag taegukgi. And there's actually, these bar things are called kwe, I believe, and each one of them stands for a different thing. I believe there's earth, sky, fire, and water. And for my Korean social assimilation test thing, social integration program, I actually had to learn which ones were which, and I had to memorize their names in Korean. Luckily, I have forgotten all of that, because who cares? But anyway, moving on. What about the thumbnail? I have no idea what that means. Let's see, what is the next, what is jangjeorim? I already answered that. And can you do another Minecraft single player like Mo Creatures? I was working on Mo Creatures. I even made a thumbnail for Mo Creatures, and then I never got around to actually playing it. Maybe I should do that. Matthias, that was Kitty Destiny who asked that question. Matthias Davies asks, when are you going to play Starbound again? Probably never. Starbound was a great idea, and I think that I was really looking forward to Starbound. I love the idea of Starbound, and I still do love the idea. However, after playing it for, I don't know how many episodes did we do, 8, 10 episodes? I basically didn't want to play it anymore. Terraria, on the other hand, was a much longer standing game. I played it for something like 50 hours total before I got bored of it. Whereas Starbound didn't really have the same appeal, and I don't know why that was. I have no idea. Maybe it was more along the lines of like the random creature generation was really cool, and I loved the random creature generation. However, it made everything feel really empty and stale because nothing was designed specifically for any individual planet. Everything just felt like it was held together with small thread. It was very fragile. Like, the immersion was broken due to the extreme randomness. It was a little bit too random, maybe. Whereas Terraria had individually designed creatures that had unique abilities and things like that, so... when are we going to play Pixelmon again? Hieratic Master asks. Probably not again. Basically we stopped playing Pixelmon because we got at a point where there weren't any new Pokemon to find, and I was essentially just killing Pokemon every episode in order to fill up my Orb of Frozen Souls to summon Articuno, and no one wanted to see me just grind out killing Pokemon all the time. So I decided to end that series before everyone started hating me. And Alex Birchwood asks, when are you going to stream, if ever? Due to some changes that have happened on our channel recently, I may begin streaming again sometime soon, but unfortunately can't do that right now. Really don't have time. I usually wake up at like 2 p.m., which for American people, which most of our subscribers are American, they're not awake at that time to watch live streaming, so I would have to wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning, and there's no way I can do that right now with my schedule, so we will see. I keep trying to get back into streaming. I really want to, but not at the moment. Let's see. Next question. Mega Dracosaurus. What is your favorite series that you do? I have always liked Kerbal Space Program. I think Kerbal Space Program was always my favorite series, and we stopped it for a while because updates were slow and not coming out as much as I wanted. And also, eventually, once you get beyond the Kerbin system and go to other planets, it takes way too long to record things. Way, way, way too long. So that was another reason we stopped our series. We're doing a new series in career mode, so if you would like to check that out, please do. It's pretty cool. Pingo the Dingo asks, will you start a farming simulator LP? No, probably not. I think that all the farming simulator games are like totally awesome. I love Harvest Moon, but Harvest Moon is unfortunately intellectual property of Nintendo. Nintendo is not very nice when it comes to allowing YouTubers to record and monetize their video footage of their games, so I would not do a more realistic farming simulator. I would love Harvest Moon though. Why not? Except for Nintendo. Barry asks, do you have an estimation for when you'll have your permanent residence? I plan to officially apply for my permanent residence in early next year, sometime between January and March. I will keep you guys updated because I know you've been following me for like 2 years as we're going through this journey to become Korean, right? So it takes a while and it makes me sad, but meh. Bonfire asks, have you ever been to Mount Rushmore? No, I have not. Or any monuments in South Dakota? No, I've never even been to South Dakota. Drayden asks, I can't believe that I was just counting off all the little things you say that I always think of you by. LOL, love the Korean flag, by the way. You're so cool living in Korea. I do agree it is very cool that I live in Korea, and I think it's a little bit strange that you're counting off all the little things that I say that make you think of me? I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, moving on. Isaac Minecraft 57 asks, Megneous, I know you're busy at the moment, but I've been asking you forever to do more Pixelmon. I know the Pixelmon was really popular, guys, but really, like, I have no idea what else we could do in that mod at the moment. You haven't done any for 4 months? Yes, I know. Kaylee126 asks, what was your dream job when you were very young, like teen or below? I wanted to be a marine biologist. I didn't want to work in space or be a protostologist, sort of a microbiologist, until later when I was older. But when I was younger, I definitely wanted to be a marine biologist. It was awesome. But unfortunately, I found out that marine biologists are often very poor, and I did not want to be extremely poor. I didn't want to rely on grants for research to live. So, yeah, that sort of went out the window when I went to university. Where are the Pixelmons? I love that series. Yeah, again, I know that you guys love Pixelmon. I'm so sorry. Violent Aria says, Meggy Face and Snuggles. Thank you, not a question, but I appreciate the Snuggles. Kelly is not a man. Your flag is awesome. How many languages have you studied? The flag, again, is awesome. I have studied a lot of languages. When I was in university, I studied German for 2 years, although I never went to Germany. I studied French and Spanish as well in university. Don't really speak French or Spanish. Never really used them. I for a very short time, studied Vietnamese, but that doesn't count because I literally can't even say my name is in Vietnamese. I studied Chinese, Mandarin Chinese in China, specifically in Wuhan. I studied Japanese as my major, and I lived in Osaka, Japan for more than a year during my university days. Obviously, I studied a little bit of Korean before I came to Korea, but most of my Korean study was here in Korea. So, that's like 7 languages maybe total, but I really only speak well Japanese and Korean, and I can sort of communicate in Mandarin Chinese, but not really. So let's just say that I'm trilingual, because, saying that I'm quadrilingual is sort of disingenuous. What is your favorite animal? 5678 Jazzy asks. My favorite animal is probably frogs. I think frogs are pretty cool. I like frogs. Crystal Hoff asks, Meg, I have a lot of questions. It is literally my sole dream to go to Korea or do something. Then you should just come to Korea. It's not hard to get here. Are teaching jobs really the only or easiest job to do if you're American and going to Korea? Yes, teaching jobs are absolutely the easiest job to do here, the lowest qualifications required. If you want to work for a company and be like sort of a liaison for a company or do some sort of consulting work, that's going to be a lot harder to do than just say, hey, I am from the United States, and then they'll immediately try to hire you to teach English. It's sort of sad how low the qualifications are, actually. I was able to get a job literally 1 week after starting looking because I actually have qualifications in linguistics and I'm multilingual and, stuff like that. So it made me a really good candidate to get a job. How hard was it for you to get into a program like this, like Epic Talk? I actually went through the GEPIC program. Originally, I went to a sort of a summer camp, but then I went through the GEPIC program, the Gyeonggi-do program. It was incredibly easy. It wasn't hard for me at all. The next question is, should I retake the ACT and reapply for the college, or do something like a community college and teach myself Korean? If you want to come to Korea and teach English, you should definitely go to university and get a 4-year degree from an English-speaking university in an English-speaking country, because that is literally the only thing they care about. Number 4, how long did it take while you were in college to be accepted into the program that let you travel to Korea? I applied to teach in Korea after I graduated from university. They're going to want you to have a university degree because, again, university is like the new high school. Everyone graduates from university. It's not special at all. So you at least need to have that. I also had teaching English as a second or other language certificate, and my major was in East Asian linguistics, so I looked pretty awesome on paper. How hard was it to get a visa? I got my visa in a week, and then I traveled to Korea the next day. Lily Gomez loves AJ says, still here, I remember your Q&As from before. Someone asked you if you could balance a shoe on your head. That was my Reddit AMA, actually. Do I have any siblings? No, I do not. Would you ever move away from Korea in the future? Possibly, but I don't have any plans at the moment. That's all I can think of right now. Lily Lovey. Thank you very much, Lily, for your questions. Colin W01 asks, how come you moved to South Korea, except for the obvious reason that South Korea is awesome? Awesome background. Again, thank you. Flag is awesome. Korea is awesome. Some of the reasons that I moved to South Korea are the collectivist culture, more fiscally liberal than the United States, although socially conservative. We have universal health care here, which I think is a human right. And not exactly. There are more worker protections, in my opinion, than in the US. We take, worker protections more seriously. Social mobility and the wealth gap is taken more seriously because generally Asians tend to, not everyone of course, but they tend to focus on society rather than individualistic things. So I am like that as well. I don't really care about individuals so much as the country as a whole. So it gets along better with me personally. So that's why I came here, along with other various political reasons. And also I studied East Asian linguistics and literature. South Korea is part of East Asia, so I was interested in learning Korean. Thank you for your explanation. Megneous, you look like an evil mastermind. This is Riley TVS. I'm expecting you to be threatening John McClane or Rambo in one of your next vids. I have no idea what that means, but I'm glad to know I look like an evil mastermind. Are you planning to play Five Nights at Freddy's first and second game? Derpy Sheep Gaming asked that. I have no idea what game that is, so probably not. But apparently it's a horror game because Lily Gomez says that there's no way I will play horror games. Watch his 2000 sub special. I played Slenderman. I played Slender for my 2000 sub special. That was a long time ago. Dogs Play Minecraft asks, Meg, I'm sorry to say, but the Korean flag looks kind of dumb. Okay. For a second, Riley TVS thought that I had joined ISIS. I have not joined ISIS. I have no idea why anyone would think that. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinions on how the Korean flag works. That's no problem. I respect your opinion. Loving the suit, Megneous, Ducks Quack says, also enjoying that Korean flag. It's good to know that you're getting back into KSP. Was starting to miss it. I'm glad. Nikki says, I'm always uncertain. What is your favorite dinosaur? Matthias Davies answers, it's the Pachycephalosaur, although he spells it questionably. But yeah, the Pachycephalosaur is my favorite dinosaur, which means amber. And what was our male Pachycephalosaur? I can't remember at the moment. But the Pachycephalosaurs are my favorite dinosaurs, hands down. Man, no one on YouTube ever looks like what I imagine in my head. I know, right? The first time I saw a poet, I was like, why? My life has been ruined. No, not really. Kurt J-Mac also looks much different than I was expecting. But if you guys had looked at my old Q&A videos, you would already know what I look like. Although my hair is much shorter now, I just got a haircut. Apparently this looks much better than my other haircut, and I'm cool with that. Because as I get older and my hairline recedes, I'm going to go for shorter and shorter hair. Because comb-overs, man, no one likes that. Don't be that dude. Just shave your head. I missed the stream in Milk Counter. Minecrafty Film says, I missed the Milk Counter as well. Why do I not have milk right now? That's a good question. Do you plan on doing anything specific in your KSP Let's Play? Microbiotic Gaming asks, no, I do not. Microbiotic Gaming. Do you play games as, like, a bacteria? I'll check out your channel later. James Holmes says, yay, Korea! I came from Korea. James, good to know. I'm glad that you share such enthusiasm for Korea. Paladin George asks, how complex are the politics in Korea? Oh, they're about as complex and corrupt as every other country in the world. We recently had the Sewol disaster, which was a giant ferry that was, going out in the water, a giant boat, which sunk, and about 300 high school students died on that boat. That was sort of a really big deal. International news really focused on the corruption in our government and regulatory industries, how we're refusing to regulate our businesses as well as we should, safety concerns. The people next to me are apparently hammering something into the wall. Maybe they're doing it because they think I'm too angry and loud. I don't care. It's like an old grandma who lives there anyway. I don't care about them at all. Smiley face. How come your dino videos are more spaced out? See, Aaron F asks, the reason that my dinosaur videos are more spaced out is because, one, we've been playing Minecraft Dinosaurs for like 2 years now, and I really want to encourage people to watch other content, although recently I've been having trouble recording videos on time. I want to encourage people to watch other content, and I really want to get away from the whole like dinosaurs thing as our only thing. If you look at the videos which have the most views per month on my list, all of them are Minecraft dinosaurs. And while that's awesome and I do appreciate you guys loving Minecraft dinosaurs, I would really, really like it if like the rest of our videos could get up near where Minecraft dinosaurs is. That would be much more sustainable in the long term for our channel. Amy McGregor, good. It's so good to put a face to your voice. I love that you're wearing a suit and tie as your Minecraft skin. Believe it or not, my Minecraft skin was made because I always wear a suit when I make videos. When will you say your announcement? ECAPS. I need to find a graphics designer. Before I can do my announcement, I need a graphic. So if any of you guys are good at graphics design and Photoshop and stuff like that, please send me an email and say like, I'm good at Photoshop, graphics design, something like that. I need your help for something, okay? Secret, don't tell anyone what it is if I tell you. Andy Nguyen? I'm always confused on how to pronounce this name in Vietnamese. Asks, why are you in Korea? Why not live in the US? Already answered that. Political differences. Also, I need a car in the US. I really like that here in Korea I have the fastest internet in the world, more or less, along with really strong public transportation. Life is awesome in Korea, to say the least. Jabed Ali asks, are you going to play Pixelmon? I really like it. Again, sorry, I know you guys love Pixelmon, but really there's not that much to do in it. Luca Kierns says, I'm English, but Korea rules. I'm so glad that you enjoy Korea as much as I do. Tom H says, I have 3 questions. What is your favorite prehistoric mammal and why? My favorite prehistoric mammal. I don't think I have a favorite prehistoric mammal. Most prehistoric mammals, I don't know, giant sloths were pretty awesome. Giant sloths were pretty cool. Let's go with giant sloths. What Korean customs, if any, do you disagree with? Lack of a private life. Koreans are pretty bad at, the whole, collectivist society thing, collectivist culture, tends to ignore a lot of individualistic things, such as a private life. So in order to receive the aid of the community and have sort of a tight-knit community, I also have to give up basically privacy. If someone comes over to my home, everyone knows that someone came over to my home. My neighbors tell everyone. It's like national news in Korea. Sort of annoying. I don't like that, but other than that, most things are fine. What is a random fact that you know? Random facts. I'm really, really bad at random facts. Get back to me and ask a more specific question. We'll see about a random fact. Where are you originally from? Holly asks. I am from the United States, and I was born and raised there. First language is English, etc., but it's a little bit more complicated than that if you include, ethnicity and things like that, but we're not going to go into that. Link's MC Webcaster asks, Hey Meg, when will you stream again? Good question. Soon-ish. Trademark. Cody asks, what are you most scared of? Cody, I am most afraid of bees and wasps. They're the most terrifying things in this entire world. I don't want to deal with them. They scare the crap out of me. I will avoid anywhere with bees and wasps and flying stinging insects. Ecaps asks, when you get a permanent residency visa, will you record more? Yes, I will, because I will have more time to do that. I can also quit some of my working, because some of my working job stuffins is specifically to keep a visa until I get my permanent residency finished, 100% and official. Lucas Ray asks, why did you start YouTube, and how do you get to where you are in terms of subscribers? I started YouTube in order to play the games that I buy on Steam all the time, and then I never play them. So basically it was to help me focus on playing games and getting games finished. Because I always bought games on sale, never played them. Really a waste of my money and time. So that's why I started YouTube, and I got to where I am mostly due to Minecraft Dinosaurs, which is sort of sad that one series did that, but also Pixelmon helped a little bit, and Kerbal Space Program, one of our videos, the one about making space stations, has over 100,000 views. That one helped us get to where we are as well. But most of it is from Minecraft Dinosaurs, because honestly, our first video has over 1 million views, so that's where most of you came from. I understand that and respect that, but please watch our other videos, it would make me so happy. And with that, that is our last question from the question and answers video. We'll do another Q&A sometime in the future, probably not the near future, but we'll do it eventually. So for now, thank you so much everyone for asking your questions. Look forward to another vlog sometime soon actually, because I want to talk about my iPhone. So annoying. But for now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Megneous, and I will see you next time.